Ever wondered why your knees pop when you walk? Let's crack this mystery together. You see, our knees are quite the complex joints, and there's a symphony of sounds they can make. The popping or cracking you hear has piqued the curiosity of many. So, what's behind these intriguing sounds? Well, there are 5 potential culprits that may surprise you. First, we have the formation and collapse of gas bubbles in the knee joint's synovial fluid. Then there's the movement of ligaments or tendons around the knee joint. Age-related changes also play a role, as the wear and tear on our cartilage can create some audible friction. Inflammatory conditions like arthritis or tendinitis can cause knee sounds due to swelling or inflammation. Lastly, muscle tightness or imbalance can cause our bones to shift slightly, creating those familiar sounds. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into each of these factors. First up on our list is gas bubble formation. Now, let's delve into the fascinating world of synovial fluid. This is a slippery substance that lubricates your knee joint, reducing friction between the bones. When you move your knee, the pressure within the joint changes. This change in pressure allows tiny gas bubbles in the synovial fluid to form and collapse. Imagine it like popping a bubble wrap, but on a microscopic level. These bubbles bursting create that familiar popping or cracking sound you hear. It's a completely natural process akin to opening a soda can. The pressure change allows the carbon dioxide to escape, forming bubbles, and voila, you've got that satisfying fizz. Similarly, your knees are just releasing a little fizz of their own. An interesting fact, isn't it? But there's more to it. Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the mystery of our popping knees. Next, we have ligament or tendon movement. Now, imagine a bustling city of ropes and pulleys all working in harmony. That's essentially what our knee joint is like. Ligaments and tendons are like the ropes of this city, providing stability and facilitating movement. However, just like in any bustling city, traffic jams can occur. In our knee joint, these traffic jams are the ligaments and tendons sometimes moving slightly out of place during certain movements. It's a bit like a rubber band being stretched too far and then snapping back into place. When they adjust or snap back into their normal positions, they can produce those familiar cracking or popping sounds. Don't fret though, this is usually quite normal and not a cause for concern. It's simply our body's way of keeping everything in check and working smoothly. But remember, if these sounds come with pain or swelling, it might be time to seek a professional opinion. And that's only the second reason. Let's keep moving. Ever thought your age might be the culprit, or perhaps inflammation? Well, let's delve into these possibilities. As we age, our bodies undergo a myriad of changes. One of these changes involves our joints, specifically the cartilage within them. This cartilage acts as a shock absorber, reducing friction between bones during movement. But like an old pair of sneakers, this cartilage can wear out over time, becoming less effective in its role. This gradual wear and tear can lead to an increase in friction between bones, which, you guessed it, can result in the familiar popping or cracking sounds you hear when you flex your knees. Now, this is typically a normal part of aging, and not necessarily a cause for alarm. But it's always a good idea to keep an eye, or rather an ear, out for any changes that could indicate a more serious issue. In addition to age-related changes, inflammatory conditions such as arthritis or tendinitis could be playing a role in your knee symphony. These conditions cause the tissues around the knee joint to become inflamed or swollen. This inflammation alters the anatomy of the knee, increasing pressure within the joint. And, much like stepping on a balloon, this increased pressure can result in audible sounds when the knee is in motion. So, if your knees are sounding like a bowl of Rice Krispies, it could be due to a combination of aging and inflammation. But remember, while these sounds can be a normal part of life's journey, they can also be a sign of underlying health issues. If you notice persistent discomfort, swelling, or other concerning symptoms, don't hesitate to consult with a healthcare professional. They can provide a proper evaluation and diagnosis, helping you navigate your way to better knee health. We're almost at the finish line. Hang in there. Next up, we're going to delve into how muscle tightness or imbalance could be contributing to those knee pops and cracks. Stay tuned. And finally, muscle tightness or imbalance. Let's dive into the world of muscles and their powerful influence on our knee joints. Imagine your muscles as a team of workers. When they're all pulling their weight equally, everything runs smoothly. But if one muscle group becomes too tight or too weak, it can throw the whole joint off balance. This is when the symphony of cracks and pops might start. You see, when muscles aren't balanced, they can pull the knee joint slightly out of alignment. And when you walk or move, these imbalances can cause the bones to shift ever so slightly. It's this tiny shift that can produce those cracking or popping sounds you hear. But remember, these sounds are your body's way of communicating with you. If you're hearing a lot of knee pops and cracks, it might be time to work on your muscle strength and flexibility. And there you have it. The 5 potential reasons why your knees might be sounding like a bowl of Rice Krispies. So we've cracked the mystery of knee popping. Let's quickly recap our key findings. Those cracking sounds might just be gas bubbles forming and collapsing in your knee joint's synovial fluid. Or perhaps your ligaments and tendons are doing a little dance, shifting and snapping back into place. Age-related changes could also be the culprits, with your cartilage wearing down over time. Inflammatory conditions like arthritis or tendinitis might be causing swelling and increased pressure. And let's not forget about muscle tightness or imbalance, causing your bones to shift and produce those popping sounds. If you're experiencing persistent discomfort, swelling, or other symptoms that have you concerned, don't ignore it. It's always a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional for a proper evaluation and diagnosis. Remember, always consult with a doctor or qualified healthcare provider. And if you've enjoyed this content, don't forget to spread the word, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring the bell to stay updated.